Approximately 1 in every 59 children are born with autism. Albert Einstein.
Dr. Einstein had no speech until age 3. Steve Jobs, he was a loner. He brought snakes to school.
Leonardo da Vinci. This man was far advanced on the autism spectrum.
I'm not naughty. I'm autistic. And I just get too much information.
You're listening to Takiwātanga, Love Not Cure, exploring autism one strength at a time.
Kia ora. In today's episode, we do not have any guest as of today, and I just want to do some reflections as I have told everyone about in my past episodes. I didn't get a chance to finalize or finish the succeeding episode videos and editing, and it's a little tricky for me in the past few weeks due to some challenges on my child's ORS funding. I needed to focus on some other things as well, and hence I am not able to finish the editing of my episode, or editing for this episode. So I will just be talking about reflections of past episodes and succeeding future for Takiwātanga. So in the last episode, I was able to interview Tanya Thomas from IHC. She's the advocacy for IHC. And it was a short notice for her, but she was able to, or I was able to manage to get some time from her because she is based in Auckland and she happened to be in IHC when IHC office here in Wellington when I interviewed her. So it was just such a short notice that time, and the good thing is we were able to capture some information or insights from IHC and their services, programs, and how they support the disability community. And most of the support that they are providing are for those who have intellectual disability. And I've seen their office, and it's an amazing office. They have their library as well. And most of the books, interestingly, that I've seen in their library are about autism. And it's an amazing interview with her. I learned about the art competition, which is an annual competition that is being held at IHC, and everyone can join, and any proceeds and any proceeds will, or the winner gets the prize 100%. So they're not taking anything away from that prize. And just a fun discussion that time, but again, it was just an impromptu kind of interview with her, and a quick interview and quick tour in their office. But so I'm hoping to get much information and much conversation on a deeper level on some of their staff at some point, especially those who are on the autism spectrum, from one of their team. And I would want to get some insights from their team, and also would like to get more insights from a person on the autism spectrum as well, which is kind of good because I'm going to be able to showcase how people on the autism spectrum see the world, and that will be an interesting interview at some point. Right. The next one is I was able to, or someone from Culture Connection, who is a Filipino, who got interested in Takiwātanga autism content that I am publishing regularly on a weekly basis, and I was asked to be interviewed on their station. This is Culture Connection from Hot City FM, and I was interviewed, and I told some stories and some some process, some information, should I say. I did share some information and insights about my personal journey as a parent, as a father of an autistic child, in navigating the system for support in navigating my child's world and trying to understand him. So I just did or gave a few. I feel like it's the information that I've given is not that so thorough, and I feel like there are a lot of things that I have missed out in saying in providing the information. But I did my best. I tried my best as much as possible to give the best I can to explain the journey. But I feel like there are a lot of things that I missed out as well during that conversation. But that's okay. We can still provide additional information, additional insights, and further explanation in succeeding episodes as well, as part of, maybe we can just call that addendum. So as part of an additional addendum for that interview. But yeah, it's an hour long interview. So, and I haven't started scratching the surface yet. It's just like a brain dump of all the things that I'm aware of. And I was telling that story to my wife, and she said, like, you forgot to mention this. And how about that? You did not mention this. This is very important. Like, okay. I was joking with my wife, telling her that maybe you should be the one to be interviewed because you're the one experiencing all you're the one having all the direct experiences with respect to looking after the child and with respect to dealing with teachers and the Ministry of Education side of things and the health system. So I was telling her, I'm just here behind you, supporting you, and you are the best person to tell that story. I mean, to tell that journey. But as far as I'm aware, she's happy with it. But she just some minor she just has some minor feedback that I should have mentioned about this area because it's so important as well. But yeah, like I said, I can or we can add some addendum, and I am still trying to get her for some time that I will again, I'm still trying to get some time from her so I can interview my wife in this podcast, which is Takiwātanga. But I mean, like, I was always joking her, like, can you be a guest in our podcast? Right? This is supposed to be a podcast with my wife talking about strengths and strategies, but due to some time constraints, she can't help out for the time being. That's why I'm doing what I think is best for me to do, like talking to other experts. But yeah, we'll find some time at some point. But for now, it's just going to be me. Right. So, future of Takiwātanga. So the interview of leaders, I am looking at maybe starting to minimize or limit my interviews with leaders like ministers, and I think I did mention this in one of my episodes. I did mention that I will limit my interviews with leaders, especially those who are public leaders, because it's becoming so stressful for me and so frustrating, and I don't want to stop doing my podcast about autism and sharing my insights about it just because I got frustrated about the system and all things that is on a political perspective. But I'm not saying that I will stop fighting for the rights of the autistic children, which is education, good health, and similar things. But I will start limiting my interview with that. I will just finish all the the commitments that I've made with some public leaders, and then from there I will limit that. I will limit my focus to getting more interviews and getting more content that is going to include parents and autistic people, and then showcasing more of the challenges and success of the journey, and focusing more on how the autistic person view the world. So I'm gonna start focusing more on that, so I can at least follow my belief of love not cure, exploring autism one strength at a time. And given my interviews with the global not global leaders yet, but given my interviews with public leaders, I'm a little getting more stressed out, because I need to do this. I need to make sure that I adhere to, I don't know, maybe wearing suit during interviews. But yeah, I will stop. I'm not gonna stop, but I will limit. And if there will be a chance to get some important person who can help or support this podcast, then we will be doing that. Otherwise, if I feel like going to add more pressure to myself, if I will be doing that, I'll be adding more stress to myself. If I will be doing that, then I'll stop from there. Especially because these are the things that people are not seeing. When I say I will stop contacting public leaders in interviewing about autism, and I'm the one contacting people and emailing them and asking for their time, and most of the time no one is responding, and I get frustrated about that, given the contact information is public and no one is no one's responding, and I feel like I'm getting frustrated out of that, and it should not be the case, right? And then after for some time I get some response, but it takes a while. So one frustration being stuck to another, and then at the end of the day I still don't get the time that I need. Hence most of the things that I am publishing as well. As you thought, oh, there are only a few public leaders there, but yes, there are. But I've tried contacting a lot and emailing a lot, and trying to expect some response, but I don't. So what I'm saying is, it's a little frustrating for me, and I don't want to go to that space again. When I started publishing my first podcast about autism, and I shut them down because I got frustrated and things like that, and I got this imposter syndrome, and I don't want to go back to that same space. That's what I'm saying. So I will limit my time in contacting public leaders, because I think at the end of the day, Takiwātanga is all about strength and success stories of parents, autism parents, and success stories of people who are on the autism spectrum, so they can inspire other autistic individuals. That's the main goal. And plus, of course, providing information, insights about autism, strategies about autism, sharing those information to other parents listening, watching, if they're on YouTube or Spotify. That's the main objective, not stress and frustrations. So I guess that's it for now. And I will be providing, or I will be uploading more content about this, and trying to strategize my content creation, so that it's going to be efficient, and it's going to be meaningful and useful and will add value to all of you. All right, till next time, I'll see you again. Bye.
Every Tāngata fight Takiwātanga is different. If you fail with one strategy, don't stop. Keep moving forward. Always remember that for every failure you encounter is one step closer to your success. Thanks for tuning in. Until next time, me muto te whakawa haere. Let's stop judging others. Me mahi tahi tato. Let's all work together. Kia maya, kia kaha, be brave and be strong.